Welcome to SmartTour.co. Today, our tutorial, we're going to cover what I think is the most complex part of building a virtual tour in our system, and that's adding navigation arrows, also known as editing hotspots. So we'll go over here to the right hand corner, we'll hit edit hotspots, and you'll notice a new window will open, and this will have instructions that kind of pop up to start with. One, add and edit hotspot arrows by clicking the hotspot menu. That would be right here. Then it wants us to select the panorama thumbnail below that we want to add arrows to, which will be down here. And then there'll be a crosshair in the middle, and we'll click add hotspot, and we'll kind of move around, and you'll kind of see as we go how it goes. But when you get the hang of it, it goes really slick. But initially, it's a little complicated because you have to kind of go back and forth between your project window and your edit hotspot window, and I'll show you what I mean here in a second. So to pop out of this instructions, you just click to the left or right or around it, and then if you forget the instructions and you need to reference it, just hit help and it will pop back up. But so for starters, we want to add a hotspot. As you can see down here, these are our panoramas that I have already uploaded, and I did already name them, which I think is a convenient way to go. As you see, I've only got 5 here, but when you've got houses that have 20 or 30 panos, and sometimes multiple panos for a specific area like a kitchen or dining room, it can get kind of confusing because they're just, they're little thumbnails. So let's hop to the entrance here. And if we look around, pan around the room, if I had all my panos in here, I'd probably want to put one up here for the steps, one back here to get back outside, definitely want one for the kitchen, one for the bedroom that's over here, and maybe the patio. So I've got these 5 panos here to work with. We'll start with going one for the bedroom, hit add hotspot. Then here, I slide to which room I want to have the navigation arrow jump into or enter, which is the master bedroom. Now, if there was just one arrow that I'm adding, one navigation hotspot, then I would hit done. And you could hit done now and add another, but to save you a step, you can keep creating while you're in this panel as many arrows as you want. We'll go right here for this living room, but again, this is the section that we're using to jump into, to navigate to. This is where we're presently at. So for here, I'm going to go to living, and I'm just going to add those 2 out of the 5 I have. So here I'll hit done, and now I have to go back into hotspot real quick and hit save. If I was hitting done for each one, I wouldn't have to hit save. You need to hit save when you are going to leave this pano. And when I do this, you will notice this starts to go to work here. And what it's doing is it's saving the information, and it's also going to open up a new window that I could test them in. Now, go right here and see the arrows that we just had, and we'll test one of them, and it should pop us right into this master bedroom. And as you can see, I don't have a way out of this. I need to go back to the edit project window and then hit edit hotspots once again, and it's going to open this up in a new one. Now what I do here, so I don't get confused with all these tabs, I close this out every time. So now I've just got these 2 I'm always working with. I quickly get rid of this. I'm going to go into one of those rooms that needs a way out. Okay, this is the living room. I hit hotspot, add hotspot. It's going to pop these up. And if I had more panos, then I'd put one here for the bathroom, and then I would hit done, and then I hit save hotspot. And again, this is going to start to move, so I can jump ahead and increase my speed by just going straight to this, head in there while this one's still going, Now I'm in my edit. Now I'm going to go in the dining room, and I want to jump into the living area. So I'm going to hit hotspot, add hotspot, living, that puts it there. I want to put a hotspot arrow to navigate over to the dining area. So like that. I'm going to hit done. I'm going to hit save. And now this doesn't have this motion, so it means it's all done and saved. So I'm just going to close it out and go right back here, come right back here. And now I'm ready for another one. So I'm going to go into the dining, which this is my living room area. So I'm going to create a hotspot for living. And then I'm going to go over here to where I was with that other angle of the kitchen. This is here. Hit done. Again, hit save. It's going to start making a new one. This one's done. There's no wheels turning, so I'll close this out, go right back in here, edit hotspots again. And I think the last panel I have to do that I haven't done is the actual living area. So I'm going to go add one for the entrance. That's dining. And this is my other kitchen perspective. Added, and I'm going to hit done. I'm going to hit save. I've been using these down here to navigate, and in larger tours I do this. Instead of using this to move around, I use my arrows, because then that will get me, it's like testing it. That's why I kind of keep closing out of this window. I don't worry about using that one to test them. I actually use my build window to test as a shortcut, and then when I get to places and I'm like, oops, I can't get out of that, if this wasn't here, I can't get out of the bathroom, I know I need to create right then and there, and so then I start building them. I hope these shortcuts have helped you. Again, you can select here and it will walk you through them, but basically the time-saving tip is to be closing these out as they're kind of cycling through and just getting used to working with two, going back and forth. And this one to the right is always the one that's kind of being saved, because as you hit edit and a new one opens, it keeps pushing those folders to the right.